Welcome. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the settings bar of Anchor. So here we go. Just to jump right in, we're going to hit settings here. You can see the name of my podcast is Let's Talk Education. So in here, I can look at my distribution. So you can see my feed here with Anchor. You can also see the different places where I can put my podcast and where I can publish it. It goes on a lot of platforms, and it's all free. So I put it on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, which is Google Play, Overcast, Pocket Charts, Radio Public, Spotify. I also put it into, if I wanted to put into Apple iTunes, Castbox, then I could go in here and do that. However, if you do it with Apple or iTunes, you have to go in and you have to get a creator certificate to distribute with Apple. They do the same thing for their apps. If you want to create an app for your podcast or any kind of app, you have to go in and get Apple certified and have the certificate and your certification number and all that kind of stuff to type in and do it. So I haven't done any manual distributions of iTunes. I figure this is plenty for what I want to talk about. Plus, I can always copy my feed. I can put it into Twitter, Facebook, Schoology, Google if I want to, which Google Podcast, I can pull that into my Google Classroom or embed it into Seesaw, Flipgrid, any of those other places I want to embed it in there. So those are kind of where my URLs are. If I change it, I can always save it, but I'm not going to do that. So back up here, I can go to Update Settings. Right here is where you go in and you can name your podcast. So this is a very important part. So if you go in, it's going to show a blank podcast. Click Settings, come into Podcast Settings, and I can rechange this. If all my podcasts are going to be about, grading, I could change this to grading. If I just want to call it, give it a name for itself or whatever, that's fine too. But mine's just Let's Talk Education. You can see my description that I put in here. You can just, a lot of people decide what they're going to listen to based off of a simple one sentence description. Don't make it a huge book. They give you 600 characters, but I found if you can keep it anywhere from 1 to 150, even maybe even shorter, then you're doing real good. We're just going to just talk about, and mine's simply talking about trends in education, educational practice, and bits of information all teachers, and I need to edit there, need to think about. So once I can do that, I can also update my cover art, which I have the books on the side here. So I can download art if I want to. So I can update, and I can just simply search for a photo. That's simply what I did, and you can go in and find your photo. Now, if you want to upload a photo from your computer or something like that, I just went in and did books, I think. Very simple. Go in and you can find books, and I want to say that I chose one of the ones off the top here. So you can choose it however you want to. If it's education, I can go in and do it, education, click enter. Oh, got nothing for education. So if you want to find, I don't know, second grade, since I teach second grade, you can see a couple things pop up there. So they really don't have anything to do with second grade, but go in and find something that will go along with your photo. You can also see here, you can adjust what your screen's going to look like. You can even zoom it in, zoom it out if you want to. Sorry, Anchor's getting stuck on me a little bit there. And then I can click continue and I can change it. And it'll automatically update. I'm going to go ahead and back out because I don't want to change it. They can also choose one for me, and you can upload an image. Where it goes, it pops up your computer, and I can go into my pictures, and I can pick something from my camera roll from OneDrive or wherever else I want to. So very simple. Then you have your education. That's the category it's in. You can change your educational or your podcast to whatever you want, and it's in English. However, if you do have ESOL, something like that, they do have other options for other languages. It's clean. So very simple things, account settings, URL, and what I'm connected to. So I hope that helps. Thanks.